Good morning everyone. This is standard 6 science video number 2. In the first video we have discussed about the joints and types of joints. But in this video we will read about the locomotion in animals. First we will read about the movement of earthworms. Okay, an earthworm has a long cylindrical body made up of many rings or segments are there. Okay, joined end to end. Here you can see different segments are there, or we call it rings are there. Okay, it has a liquid skeleton which helps in maintenance of the body shape. On the upper surface of the body, number of minute bristles are present that helps the earthworm get a firm grip on the ground. Okay, muscles attached to this bristle helps to contract the body. Now in the earthworm there are two types of muscle found. The first one is circular and the second one is longitudinal muscles. Okay, now when the circular muscle contract, okay, what happened? The segment becomes long and thin. Here you can see the video. Okay, the segment when it contracts, this part contracts. Okay, the segment becomes this part is becoming long and thin. When the longitudinal muscle contract, okay, what happened? The segment becomes short and thick. The earthworm moves by lengthening and shortening of the body segment with the help of circular and longitudinal muscle. Okay, one part is getting contracted, one part is getting extended part. Okay, and this happens with the help of circular and longitudinal muscle. What happened to move? What happened to move? First the earthworm contract the circular muscle of the front segment. Here you can see first part it is getting contracted. Okay, then what happened? As a result, the front part of the body becomes long and moves a little ahead by withdrawing a bristle from the ground. Okay, you can see here. And then to move, first the earthworm contracts the circular muscle of the front segment. Okay, as a result the front part of the body becomes long and moves a little ahead by withdrawing the bristle from the ground. Then what happened? Again, then the longitudinal muscle of the front part of the earthworm contracts. The segment becomes short and thin. Okay, thick. The bristle of the front part now grip the ground and segments in the back part of the earthworm becomes thin and long due to the contraction in circular muscles. And now next part is when the rear part of the earthworm becomes short. Okay, when the rear part of the earthworm become short, then what will happen? Thick due to contraction of longitudinal muscle. This is how the earthworms move. Okay, in a very small distance ahead. They do not move a long distance, they move a small distance. Now one question is there that earthworm is called a farmer friends. Why earthworm is called farmer friends? Okay, here you can see that earthworms are very good for the soil as they fertilize it and dig tunnels. They fertilize it by their waste, which is beneficial for the plant growth, and tunnel allow the oxygen and water reach the roots of the plant easily. Okay, when they dig the soil, okay, it makes the space spacious from which the soil can easily or plant can get the oxygen easily. So it is called, so earthworm is called the friends of the farmer. Now, one important movement about the movement of snails. Okay, first we will discuss about the snails. Okay, snails have hard shell, okay, on their back that protect them from the heat and enemies. Okay, and these snails, the skeleton part of the animals present outside the body is called exoskeleton. Okay, again I am saying the skeleton of an animal present outside its body is called exoskeleton, like it is found in snail. Just now you can see here, this is exoskeleton, and it is also found in the cockroaches, crabs. They also contain exoskeleton. Now the next term is endoskeleton. What is endoskeleton? Okay, skeleton of an animal present inside its body is called endoskeleton. Like in case of human beings, fishes, amphibians, reptiles and birds have endoskeleton. Okay, we have bones, okay, inside our body. Okay, and exoskeleton is found in fishes also and reptiles in the form of scales. Okay, in birds it is found in the form of feathers, and in mammals it in the form of nails and hairs. Okay, now come to the snails. Okay, snails have a large flat foot made up of strong muscle. Okay, and the foot produces a slimy substance called mucus. M U C U S. Okay, this part contains a mucus. Okay, now what is mucus do? With mucus reduces the friction between the foot and the ground surface. Okay, here it is present mucus. Here it reduces the friction between foot and the body and the ground. Okay, and the muscle of the foot enables the snail to move forward. The trail of a mucus is left behind. Okay, this part is the trail of a mucus. Okay, left behind when the snails crawl. Okay, the shell does not help in moving from place to place. It has to be dragged along with the body. Now here is one video, you can watch this video. Movement in snails are there. Snail is one of the slowest moving animals on the earth. It has a coiled shell which has a outer skeleton called exoskeleton. It does not provide support, not maintain the shape of the snail. The shell does not have a locomotion either. Yeah, the snail has to drag the shell along with his. These snails protect the body from heat. The snails have two sets of tentacles on their head. The bigger and the upper tentacles are eyes of the snails. The lower and the smaller tentacles used for the smell and feel also. If you will place a snail into the glass, you can see how the snails move, and they help with the help of move. Okay, with helps a muscular food secrete a slimy substance called mucus. It helps in the movement of the substance, and it reduces the friction between the surface. You can see this animals how it is moving. It It can move easily with the mucus and their muscular foot which release the mucus. Thank you.